All right, folks, let's talk about it. Monday update. And once again, the market maker magicians come in and pump Bitcoin and XRP. What a show we are watching. And I had to laugh this morning when I woke up and saw the action in the price charts. I had to double take at my screen, actually 30,000. What? And then I come to find out why this happened. The Cointelelie fake news story that the spot Bitcoin ETF had been approved and Bitcoin pumps to 30,000, liquidated all sorts of folks. And I just had to laugh because yesterday I put out a video and I titled it XRP Sunday Pump with a question mark at the end. Nobody caught that question mark because when I was recording yesterday's video, it's like 2, 3 in the afternoon. And the pump had already started. And within, a 15, 30-minute span, I was watching all the charts go nuts. And everybody in the comments was all triggered because I titled the XRP pump with a question mark. And if you watch the video, I explained that I wasn't sure if it was going to last, but we had seen a pump last week as well. So we could see something similar happen. I wasn't expecting this fake news mass pump to 30,000 liquidation event. But that's what came in, and we definitely did get a pump. So I guess my apologies if 0.5%, or I think we'd only been up 1 or 2% on Bitcoin at the time of that recording, if that's not worthy of a pump. But we definitely did end up getting it, and I had a funny feeling that we had something coming in because we'd rallied into the weekend on Friday, just like we did the week before. And then if you look last week, Monday morning when we opened up, gold, oil, Bitcoin, and XRP moved as well. And so I wasn't, I had no idea that we were going to get the Cointelelie fake news about the Bitcoin spot ETF. But nonetheless, that's the narrative that pumped us up here today. I just shared an exclusive Patreon Discord update on kind of the trading market update, the way that I would be playing this thing and the way that I see this thing right now. Right now, we see Bitcoin at 28,400. XRP has cooled off a little bit too, back down to 49.74. It had pumped all the way up to about 50.5 cents, but it was mostly Bitcoin that stole the show this morning. Ethereum had pumped up above 1,600 briefly, and then, about up to 1620, 1625 for Ethereum before it rolled back over. It's back below 1,600 right now at the time of this recording. And here's our Bitcoin chart, taking a look at this thing. Just watching it retrace right now. And then this is the weekly chart, guys. So we're going all the way back. This bottom back here is 15,000 last November mass liquidation event around the lunar eclipse of the Sam Bankman-Fried sacrifice. Anyways, then we go up to rally 31,800 is about where we go to. Watching the retracement right now, we went back down to 25,000. And the long and the short of kind of what I shared with my Patreon Discord group is that I think that we kind of get clean back out here. This narrative is getting everyone hyped. That fake news definitely got everyone hyped. They sent this thing and it went nuts up to 30,000. We're back down to about 28.5. And, we did come back and pull back pretty hard. I'm not really showing those moves because this is the weekly chart. This is just the new week that we just began, and we're starting it off hot with a major pump. Retrace, and we're going to be watching this one closely. But the reason why I think that we're about to roll back over is because this narrative's getting everyone primed, and I think that they're going to deny or delay the Bitcoin spot ETF approvals that are pending right now. And we actually get 5 get answered tomorrow on the 17th, and one of them gets answered today. I don't know if we got an answer or we got a delayed on that one. I'm going to show you guys the calendar on that one here in a little bit. But I think that we get that narrative has gotten us hyped up. We're about to roll over once again if all of those get delayed. And, I got this chart right here too is the chart I was sharing with my Patreon Discord group. This is my Bitcoin 2018 bear market retrace chart. And so I was just kind of talking about the levels that I could see Bitcoin going back to, even if we were conservative and, we go back to that original chart, we easily could come back down to about the 25,000 level. So that was the gist of it. But essentially, guys, we see this massive move here, and someone cashed out about 2.25 million. They set a bet at about 50,000, and Rollbit apparently is where this, this casino bet was placed. And they're responding to Cointelelie, and they ask, is this you? They set a bet 50,000, entry price 27.7, and the exit price of 30,274. They cashed out with a 4,400% ROI. So one heck of a move, 4,000% in a day, 2.2 million cashed out. Someone made some money. And Neil Hartner says this: it will be ironic if the SEC uses this Cointelegraph ETF approval fake news as a reason to deny Bitcoin spot ETFs because of how easily price can be manipulated by not legit journalists. And I think that's a great point. I think that they're going to delay at best. It might be time to deny a couple of them. The SEC doesn't want to approve this. They don't want to open this thing up yet for whatever reason. And funny enough, we actually got to see Cointelegraph chief editor-in-chief. The editor-in-chief for Cointelegraph was actually on a panel here in Dubai with Mario Nafal from Twitter. And she says, this is what happens when we are having constant pressure to be the first with every news. It's not just journalism problem per se. It's a problem of society and technology. If you're not first, you're last. And Eleanor Tarrant comments, yikes. And a big yikes as they wiped out US dollars $100 million of Bitcoin liquidations just off of this fake news here today. And, you know, as someone who puts out content, I get it. The rush to be first gets you in trouble. I've got myself in trouble. It's no excuse, though. And when you're a leader in the space like Cointelelie and everybody's watching you and you got millions of followers and you're supposed to be a go-to source, right? We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll blame it that somebody got hacked or nothing. To me, this is all coordinated. This is all market makers behind the scenes, all perfectly planned. And you see, because the same players that have been manipulating the crypto space, this whole time that are getting exposed, go look at the FTX snitching that's taking place right now. On the other side of this crypto war is CZ with Binance. And we understand that Binance bought CoinMarketCap. Previously, the same faceless owner, Brandon Ches, who owns Cointelegraph. Remember when CoinMarketCap fudded XRP? Who is Brandon Ches? And of course, Cowboy Crypto, one of our OG sleuths in the XRP community, is already over the target. And they're a big part of this. Remember, CoinMarketCap delisted XRP out of nowhere. That tanked the price. They've been doing all sorts of shady stuff. And it's not just fake news. It's trading against us the whole time as well. Now, the SEC absolutely coming out today and taking advantage of this opportunity to basically mock us. Careful what you read on the internet. The best source of information about the SEC is the SEC. Well, I wish I could agree with that, but we're watching how you guys are failing to provide information to Congress like you guys are obligated to do, and it is well past due for a subpoena to be filed by some of these, gentlemen in Congress who are acting like they're going to get something done. Let's issue that subpoena and call on the SEC while they're trying to make fun of us, right, over this fake news when we've been calling out these corrupt guys. That's the funny part. Is they make fun of us in the crypto space, and all the adults in the room, all the legit players that are just trying to be transparent, build out real businesses, change humanity, make the world a better place through DLT technology. We're the ones calling out CZ, Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, Luna, all these scams. We've been calling it all out. The Ethereum Free Pass token factory and all the securities that were created after that. We've been calling it out. And yet the SEC, of course, never let a crisis go to waste. And Preston Byrne here comments. He says, honestly, the SEC's failure to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF is what allowed this to happen. If they would have done their job and allowed one, a fake announcement wouldn't have made a dent. I agree. It's pretty unfortunate. So like I said, here's your timeline right now for all of these. And the one that we get today is the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF Trust. I haven't seen an answer on that, if it's denied, delayed, if it's going to get pushed back or not. But then we have 5 of them that come in tomorrow. Another one that's going to be coming in, the Valkyrie one, on the 19th. So we literally have 7 deadlines coming up this week for SEC approvals, and we'll see what they do. After that, if they delay all of these, the next deadline doesn't come in until November 11th with only one of them. That's the ARK Innovation Bitcoin ETF. After that, okay, we are stuck waiting till the new year, until January, for the third deadline. And then the final deadline for these comes in by March. So if they really want to push this thing out, they can push it all the way out till March on some of them. The ARK Bitcoin ETF, that one is January 10th. That's the first final deadline. So if they waited as long as they could on all of these, we'd be out till next year, January for ARK, and for the rest of them, we'd be out into March. We'll see what they do, but this is why I think that we're getting set up right now. Like I said on the chart, we're hanging out at 28,000. I think we came back down to like 28, and we've bounced. We're up to 28.4. That's fine. We might rally here for a little bit, but what I see on the charts is just a narrative that got us somewhere, and not real money that got us anywhere, right? This is fake manipulation trading, rigging the markets, market maker magicians. This is what they always do. And when this does get denied, or even if they just delay all of them, it's going to take the wind out of this rally once again. And as much as I'm in crypto and I'm ready for the next big, bull market to start, and if Bitcoin's going to lead the way again, that's fine. Let's take XRP with it. That's fine. But I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think that they are going to delay, and this is going to push that out farther. Now, speaking of timelines, let's take a look here at the economic calendar. We got the Empire State Manufacturing Survey today, and it didn't come in as bad as the forecast, which was -6. But we have to ask ourselves, why were, if they were forecasting such a bad number, why would that be? I.e., we are in a recession. It is getting tight out there. But previously, last month, it was 1.9. It was actually positive. But we get the actual coming in at 4.6. So wasn't as bad as expectations, but nonetheless, not what we want to see for the Empire Manufacturing Survey, which is basically, it's a survey of the manufacturers in New York State. It's done by the New York Fed. So it's just one gauge, one data point, not good, confirming recession even further. But I'm excited this week because we get U.S. retail sales coming in tomorrow, along with retail sales minus autos. We did see that Rite Aid has filed bankruptcy over the weekend, and so retail getting smacked big time. That's not good. And then we also get to see Home Builder Confidence Index coming in on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. And then we get housing starts, building permits coming in on Wednesday. And then we also get existing home sales on Thursday. So I'm going to be dropping another real estate update this week after we get some of this data to come in. I'm going to be giving our most recent real estate update. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. And I'm going to be dropping the real estate updates, going to be coming later this week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We're going to get a lot of real estate data this week. We also do get the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell speaking on the 19th. That's Thursday. So on Thursday, we get to see Chairman Jerome Powell. We also get a bunch of other Fed speakers, along with Fed Vice Chair of Banking, Michael Barr, former board of advisors at Ripple, is going to be speaking on Thursday as well. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. Get some good data points coming out this week. And then we see that we get the final Fed meetings of the year come in October 31st, November 1st. So right at the end of this month, right after we finish it's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's pretty funny. We're actually going back-to-back eclipses once again. Solar eclipse just occurred on, Saturday, the 14th. And we have the lunar eclipse on the full moon, the full hunter's moon of the 28th. Coming in with a partial lunar eclipse. Back-to-back eclipses. Let's see who gets sacrificed this time around. And the other final meeting is going to be on December 12th and 13th. So we'll be waiting to see what the Fed does. If they have 2 more chances to raise rates one more time this year, like they are still leaving on the table. Is the war going to be enough? Is the situation at hand going to be enough to allow them to ease up? Now, the DXY was down about 41 basis points, about 0.5%. Today, DXY slightly down. Stocks ticked up about 1% for the major indexes. And then we see Apple was basically sideways. Tesla did 1%. Gold was back down slightly to 1,931. Not much of a move there. Silver, same thing, slightly back down, but still big pump to finish off the week. Right, we did a 7% pump for gold and about a 10% pump for silver last week. That was major. Crude oil remains sideways, slightly ticked up, but basically still at about $87 per barrel for oil. Okay, so not much movements today in the stocks and the FX market, and we watch the precious metals there as well, along with oil. Not much movement to start off the week. All of the movement happened to be in crypto, right? Now, speaking of crypto, unfortunate news for Binance UK users. Binance will stop accepting new UK users. And this is why CZ, Cointelelie, all these folks are so desperate, right? The bad actors, the folks that have some problems, they didn't build legitimate businesses. They got caught up in some bad trades probably as well, which is why they had to send and force these levels back up to 30K, because they were, trying to cover some longs. And so Binance, once again, getting desperate, but unfortunately for the UK users, they are no longer going to be accepting you as clients over there in the UK. Unfortunate. Peter Schiff. How many times, and Peter Schiff takes every opportunity he can to beat up the Bitcoin bros. Yeah, I find it quite funny. How many times can Bitcoin rally on the same ETF rumor? Once a US Bitcoin EFT, I think he meant ETF, is approved, or the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is able to convert into an ETF, there will be no more good news for Bitcoin to rally on. After years of buying the rumor, everyone will finally be able to sell the news. And that's what we have to watch out for, actually, is when the CME futures got approved during the last bull run in 2017, 2018, the Trump administration, they actually bragged, the CFTC did, about how they were able to basically pop the Bitcoin bubble after those futures got approved. We got to watch for something similar to happen here too, is after we do get the excitement, okay, these ETFs are approved, that is probably going to be another buy the rumor, sell the news event. And so we got to watch how that's actually going to impact the markets. Now, from there, once again, we clear out that liquidity, and then we start to build up from there. And the ETFs are majorly bullish for the cryptocurrency digital asset space long term. But Peter Schiff is right. And we can't just have on the crypto blinders and think that every time we get good news, price is going to go up. We've learned that very well in the XRP community, haven't we, right? Great news, great partnership, price tanks, price does nothing. So watch out for the Bitcoin bros. Watch out for everyone else who's watching this. When they do get the ETF approval, a little bit of a pump, a little bit of rally, but that's going to be a sell that news type of event. Watch out for that. And unfortunately, I think that it's going to be a sell the delay. I think that we're about to get an SEC delay, pushing it back out. And that's going to push back the timeline basically till the beginning of the year. And that's going to be a sell-off that we're going to see. Now, the other thing that worries me is Eleanor Terrett shared that she, and I'm thinking maybe Charlie Gasparino or someone from Fox Business there, they had, Fox Business had Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, on today. Okay. And once again, they're trying to get their Bitcoin ETF approval through as well. And he shared his comments on this. And he says that this rally here today showed the interest and the flight to quality amongst the war and the move to treasuries, gold, and cryptocurrency as well. So I'm going to play this clip right here from BlackRock CEO Larry Fink on Fox Business. Let's listen in here real quick, folks.
This rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. This rally is way beyond.
Larry can keep those treasuries for himself, even the T-bills at some of those, 4 and 5% rates, still not, attractive enough for me to move in. But nonetheless, when you got 10 trillion assets under management, you're willing to even take a break even on a treasury or a T-bill just to, have it secure. Like he says, a flight to quality, depending on how you look at it, treasuries, gold, and crypto. Which, this is what's so funny, is the Bitcoin bros always spin this, right? In the Bitcoin maxi outlets, kind of like Cointelelie and their fake news today, they always spin this to say, Larry Fink, thinks that it's a flight to treasuries, gold, and Bitcoin, even though he said crypto, right? We understand it's very different. And I think that this whole narrative, once again, is setting us up once again. I don't trust Larry Fink from BlackRock coming on and talking his book on Fox Business. I appreciate the comments, Larry, but I know how you play this game. We've been in this for just a minute, not as much track record and experience as you, definitely not as much assets under management as you, but we understand how you play and how you roll. And right after, what was that, about a month or so ago, when you told us that cryptocurrencies were going to transcend traditional currencies, that was right before we got another major dump in cryptocurrency. So I worry that that's kind of what we're seeing here today. Now, maybe he is just a long-term believer, and I think it sounds like he is. And for me, I'm right there with him. Me and Larry Fink are both probably incredibly bullish, maybe even equally bullish on digital assets and the future of them. And maybe he even knows about XRP too. Maybe, just maybe, as we've already shown some of the BlackRock connections to Ripple, those run deep, and there are a few. But nonetheless, we'll be watching it closely here. Just stay safe, okay? We can see this narrative hyping us up here, getting our energy right on into harvest dust out here in the harvest season of October. So stay safe. There's a lot of volatility out here in the markets. I got my cash on the sidelines as I try to find another exchange that will let me trade futures so that I can actually short Bitcoin some more. I'm kind of missing out on my opportunity right now. But I'm going to be watching this closely. If you want my updated trading market update that I just shared with my Patreon Discord group, that was shared here earlier today. And you can find the link for that down below in the description or at my website, ZachRector.com. On the way out, if you could do me a big favor and tap that like button, make sure you guys share this one out far and wide to your friends and family to help them kind of get in tune with not just cryptocurrency, but the overall markets as we break this all down for you guys, trying to make it easy to understand and easy for you to take effective action. I appreciate all of you guys. I will see you in the next one. God bless you all.